Recording. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, Team Elite? Happy Monday. Welcome to this week's Team Elite Weekly Call. I'm super excited to have you guys on here. And if you're watching by replay, by the video recording, then welcome to you guys too. I'm super excited about this week, you guys. We have LifeVantage Academy coming up this Saturday. So that's going to be with Blue Elam, Master Pro 11. He's a good friend of mine. He touches my heart every time that he gets up and he speaks and he shares from his heart, and he really knows what he's talking about. So as far as building the business and creating that freedom lifestyle that you're wanting, if you learn to attend the events, and if you can teach your team to attend the events, that will help you to create more money and more wealth and more time freedom, almost more than anything else, because they can teach you. For one thing, yes, they can teach you how to build this business. You learn all the principles, you learn all the fundamental skills, but also it's teaching your team from somebody else. It's teaching your team the fundamentals, the skills. They're learning it from somebody else. And this whole process of building this business is a transference of belief process. So the exposure process starts small, right? It just starts by a text or a phone call invitation. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and people's eyes start opening up a little bit more and more with each exposure. So on today's call, I'm going to be talking quickly just some news and updates. Then I'm also going to be sharing with you how to help you reach your goals to change your life here in 2019. Okay, and I'm going to be sharing what's been working for me and a very simple invite process that I have found that has been very, very highly effective for me. So a couple of news and updates. Spain is about to launch, you guys. They are opening literally later this week, and I've got a friend over there who has been pre-launching. He's been actually living over there for the past 7 months, and he just moved out there, and he had a little bit of a nest egg saved up, and he's been living out there for a couple of reasons, but he's been pre-launching out there for the past 7 months. So he's about to help launch that country. So think about it to yourself. Who do you know that lives in Spain? Okay. If you know of anybody, start reaching out to them. Okay. But also get in contact with me. Let me know that you know somebody in Spain, and I'll get you the information on what's going on over there, because there are several meetings going on. I can also get you in contact with my man on the ground over there, and he can help get you connected and get your friends over there connected with all of the upcoming meetings and everything that's going on. Okay, so if you know of anybody, if you're interested in that, jump on it quick, because there's no time to waste. All that stuff is happening very quickly. Next deal, LifeVantage Academy is happening this Saturday, okay, with Master Pro 11 Blue Elam. I'm so excited to get to meet up and see and shake hands with and just glean from his wisdom. Again, I love this guy. So for everybody going, we can carpool Saturday morning. Let's keep chatting it up in the team messenger chat on that, and we'll do carpool stuff. But also, if you want to go to the opportunity meeting, there's an opportunity meeting that Blue Elam is doing the Friday night before. It starts at 6:30. It's at a house. We've already put in the address and the information in the team chat. I can repost that here in just a little bit if you'd like. And then there's also a leadership dinner right after that. Now that right now is only for Pro 3s and above, just simply because they have to control the amount of space that they have. That's the only reason. It's in a house. They can't really have every Pro 1 and Pro 2, like everybody in the business from Texas, show up. So the goal is to teach the leaders, and then the leaders teach their team. Okay, so that's that. If you want to go to that, start planning now as far as getting a hotel or getting your sleeping arrangements set up for Friday night, and then just stay the night for LifeVantage Academy. That's what I'm doing this Friday. I'm heading down there, and then I'm going to be going to that meeting and everything Friday night. So March Madness, okay? March Madness is here. March is one of the best months of the year to build a business. It's one of the longest months. It has one of the most amount of weekends out of the year, okay? So think about it, you guys. You're literally just one decision away from changing your life, and you're just one teammate away from changing your life as well, okay? And it starts with a simple decision, okay? A simple decision to go all in, to go pro, to know that this is something that you want to do, to know that you're going to make it big, okay? And that simple decision will lead to an increase in your activity. And we'll talk just a little bit more about what's been working for me here in just a second. But March Madness, you guys, I don't know if y'all have seen it or not yet, but go on LifeVantage.com and click in click in company, and they have let me check this real quick. LifeVantage.com, click in the menu, and they have a piece in there about company, and then click promotions. And in there you can learn more about the March Madness. And what's going on, you guys, is you have a chance to win anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000. Okay, and those prizes are mainly going towards the top recruiters for this month. But go and check out the details. Okay, there's actually 5 top prizes that you can win. $2,500 is the lowest one, and $5,000 is the highest one. So I encourage you to go on there, check it out, and shoot for the high, shoot for gold, shoot for whatever you want to, but go big or go home, right? So next I'm going to get into, let's talk about how to help you reach your goals. Okay, a lot of people, whenever they start a business, they're excited about it, but they don't know what to do. They don't know how to treat it like a business. There's a saying in this industry, treat it like a business, and it'll pay you like a business. Or if you treat it like a hobby, you will pay for it like a hobby. So a lot of people, they've never owned a business. So how do you treat it like a business? Okay, a lot of people have to learn and be taught how to treat it like a business. So I like to teach to either treat it like a job, treat it like somebody's paying you to do the income producing activities until you learn how to treat it like a business. Or you can view it like a college, basically view it like college, okay? You're earning while you're learning. You still have to pay, a little bit of investment just to learn the skills, just like in college, except with college, it's much, much, much more expensive, and you don't even have the chance to earn a return until after 4 or 5 years after you graduate, and then you hopefully get a job from that. So here's an industry where you invest much less and you can earn while you learn. So just view it like college. Now, doing the activity will help you learn so much. Going to the monthly events will help you learn so much. So that's why those 2 things are mainly the top 2 income producing activities for it's the system. 15 presentations a month, and attend all monthly training events. You're going to hear that so many times. So just get that burned in your brain right now. So here's what's worked for me. I've realized that whenever I don't share this information a whole lot, it's because I didn't set goals for that week, or I didn't set a goal for that month. So if you're ready to kick it up a notch, then set a goal for yourself. Set a goal, an activity goal, and also set a goal that is attainable. Don't set something crazy, but just set, like, for this week, I want to talk to 10 people. I want to collect 10 decisions. Or if you want to, kick it up a notch a little bit more, you can say, I want to talk to 50 people in the first 10 days of the month. And that is simply just talking to 5 people a day. Okay. So it starts with the goals though. So figure out what you want, write that goal. It's basically like writing your own business plan. So figure out what you want. Now, I'll tell you this, 2 a day is enough. Okay. 3 a day is better. 4 a day is even better. 5 a day is what a lot of people have done. Brandon and Lynette Cunningham, they're Master Pro 10s right now. They had a goal to talk to 5 people a day each. And they had a little bit of a, accountability check with each other and a little competition going back and forth. But 5 a day is enough. 2 a day is kind of like a bare minimum type of thing. Don't go, I want to encourage you guys, you don't have to sprint, in this thing for your whole life. You don't have to sprint in this thing for the whole, entirement of your career in this, but do it as a burst of activity. Keep this in mind. Your exposures are your miles per hour in this industry. So obviously, the more exposures that you have, the faster success, the faster return, the bigger the business that you're going to build. So 10 a day is like driving 100 miles an hour. 2 a day is like driving 20 miles an hour. You'll get there. It'll just take a little bit longer. Now, the key is to be consistent. If all you can do right now is 2 a day because you're really busy with everything else, then that is totally fine. Do whatever you can do. Get in where you fit in, okay? So 2 a day is enough. 5 a day is even better. 10 a day is like a master's degree, okay? 10 a day is like driving 100 miles an hour. So just set those goals and keep track. Here's my second piece that's been working for me that I focus on every day. These things are my daily method of operation. Keep track of your activity. Keep track of your invitations per day and keep track of your presentations. Those are the main 2 things that you need to keep track of, okay? And then also from your presentations, I like to keep track of a 10 in motion list. So my invitations, they lead, like every time that I collect a new decision, that person goes on my 10 in motion list. After they either fall off or they grow cold or they tell me no or they stop talking to me, they go MIA, whatever, I'll keep them on that list until that happens. And then I'll take them off and I'll put them in another list that is just like hey, I was talking to this person recently, but they're not on my 10 in motion list. So I encourage you to put your 10 in motion list somewhere on your phone, because that is going to be with you all the time and you can change it whenever you want to very easily. So that, just put that in your notes section, just 1 through 10, call it 10 in motion list. I really encourage you to do that. So here's how I track my presentations. Make it a countdown. If the goal is 15 presentations a month, and if all you have to do is focus on talking to 2 people a day and focus on getting to those presentations, because I'll tell you what, guys, the faster that you can get to those presentations, especially face-to-face, the faster that your business is going to grow and build. So if the goal becomes simply focusing on the presentations, then just make it a countdown. Wake up in the morning, today is the 11th month or whatever, however many presentations that you have done this month, write it down, and then write down how many you have left to go. So here's what I like to do. In the morning, I like to write down how many I have left to go for the month. So it's a countdown. It starts off with 15. And if I did a presentation for that day, then I'll come back at night and I'll update that number. So like if I did a presentation whenever I had 15 to go, if I did 1 presentation that day, then I would come back and at night I would update it and I would write -14. Okay, so I have 14 left to go. That's a great and easy way to keep track of it. And also, I don't know about you, who out there is competitive like me, but I know, and I did this because I knew that I would get sick and tired of writing the same number over and over and over again if I was not doing the presentations, okay? So this is a great way to help you keep accountable to yourself, help you to keep accountable to your goals, your own goals and your own dream and your own family's future. And it's just a great way to help you to focus, like keep your focus on what really is building the business, because there's a lot of people that can get off into the weeds, okay, on things that don't really build the business. All right, busy work. But the presentations and the monthly events, those are 2 of the main things that really build the business. So that's my number 3 point. Make sure that you attend every monthly event. Okay. Number 4, stay close to the fire. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean, just stay plugged in. If you're on this call, you're staying close to the fire. Okay. It means just stay plugged in. Stay up to date with what's going on. Don't just, go off and do your own thing, because you'll find that your fire, your passion starts to wane. And this is a truth that is parallel in so many different things. Okay. It's kind of like with Christianity. The devil likes to take off the people that are out there doing their own thing. It's kind of like how the Bible says that the devil is like a roaring lion seeking for whom he may destroy. A lion does not attack the antelope in the middle of the group. It attacks the ones on the outside of the group. So stay close to the fire. Okay. All that means is stay plugged in, and encourage your team to stay plugged in as well too. Here's my number 5 thing that has really worked for me. Create excitement. Okay. 2 deals on this. It is much easier to create excitement whenever you are building a business like crazy. Whenever you have your goals and you're talking to 10 people a day, if you can create a movement, okay, that can create a lot of excitement. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to create a lot of excitement if you're just talking to 2 people a day, but it's okay. If you can still plug people in to the system and to learning from other people and to like the monthly events, that is creating excitement. And also whenever other people enroll, and it doesn't even have to be you and your team, but let people know what's going on. Keep them up to date with what's going on in your business. So if somebody in our team, or even just in the company, enrolls somebody, if you see that people are, new team members are coming on board, you can share that with your friends and your prospects to let them know what's going on, okay? To let them know the excitement, right? To create a little bit of fear of missing out, okay? Because urgency is very important. A lot of people, if they know that they can just wait, till next year to get in and it'll be just fine, they're obviously going to wait a year to get in and it'll be just fine for them in their eyes. But if you can create a little bit of urgency, okay, that is one of the things that has really helped me to build my business, and it's also helped some of the top income earners in the world create millions of dollars. Okay, I'm going to share with you real quick my simple invite process. Okay, so that's my 5 tips that have really worked for me that I highly encourage you to write down. If you were watching this on the replay, then go back and listen to it. I'm going to quickly recap. It's setting goals, right? Activity goals. Set your activity goals. So if you're taking notes, write this down. Number 2, it's tracking your invitations and your presentations. Number 3, it's make sure that you attend the monthly events. Okay. Number 4, it's stay close to the fire. Number 5, it's create excitement. Okay. So now I'm going to get into my simple invite process that has really helped me to move my business along. This has been a very effective strategy for me. Okay. Now keep this underlying preface, you guys. The faster that you can get face-to-face with somebody for a presentation, the faster your business will build. That's just the way it is. And it doesn't matter if it's going to be through Zoom or through lunch. Either way, like if they're outside of driving distance, then do Zoom. Okay. But if they're obviously within driving distance, go do lunch with them. Say, hey, I have an idea I want to run past you. When can we get together? Can we get together? Don't, my bad. Don't ask them when can we get together, but ask them, can you get together at 2 p.m. or would 6 p.m. work better for you? Okay. Give them a couple of options. All right. Don't just leave it up to them for them to figure out, when can they get together, but give them a couple of options whenever you are available. Okay. That does a couple of things psychologically, but that's just one of the best ways to do it. So keep that in mind. The faster you can get to face-to-face, the faster this business will build. So here's my 4-step invite process that's been very effective for me. Number 1, just call or text to invite, either to share a video or to meet up in person. Never share the information through texting. It's always either let the video share the information, or I've been setting up a lot of my meetings through texting. Okay, that's one of the that's how you share the information. Okay, in the presentation at the meeting, don't share the information on the text. It won't go anywhere. Trust me. So that's number 1. Call or text to invite and share the video. Very simple. Keep this in mind too. The smaller the step, the easier it is to take. So if you think about a funnel, right? A funnel. There's a lot of people up at the top. Okay. This whole funnel is a qualifying process. Not everybody at the top is going to make it out the bottom as a customer or a distributor. So at the very top, remember, this business is a process of exposure. Yes, obviously exposure, but it's a process of transference of belief. Okay, and the easier the step is, the easier it is for them to take. So the first step needs to be very simple. I've got a 6-minute ABC News Report video. If I sent it to you, would you watch it? That's a very easy step. So a video to watch is a very easy first step for people to do. So I encourage you to keep your first step, whatever it is, a very simple and a very easy step. After they watch the video, you have a call with them. Okay. So here's what's moved my business along very rock solid. Okay. After you ask them, if I sent you a video, would you watch it? Then you ask them, how soon can you watch it? I've been changing my verbiage lately from when can you have it watched by to how soon can you watch it? Okay, because that creates a little bit more urgency. So what that does is that allows you to set the follow-up time with them. Okay. So that's basically been what has moved my business along very well. Okay. So share the video and ask them, how soon can you have it watched by? Because then you can actually set a proper follow-up time. So now we know that I'm going to call you and I'm going to follow up with you. So it's just to find out, what did you like best? So on that call, remember, it's a qualifying process. Ask them if they watched the video, first of all. And then if they did, awesome. What did you like best about it? Find out what they like best, and then just connect with them on that level. Very simple. Ask them what kind of questions that they have. Okay, just ask them if they had any questions, and then kind of gauge their interest level. This is that qualifying process, right? And then bring them to a three-way call. This is my third point. So three-way call with your sponsor. All right, that has been it's a little bit more of a step, right? But now they're qualified. Now they're interested. And also, once you get them on the three-way call, it's not you answering their questions. You edify your sponsor as the expert and let him answer the questions for you. That's exactly what I did whenever I first got started. I let Matthew answer the questions for me whenever I was at lunch at my job. All right. So number one, it's call or text to invite and share a video. Number two, it's follow up. You actually have to follow up with people. The fortune is in the follow up. Number three, bring them to that three-way call. Okay, very simple, easy like that. Number four, let your sponsor schedule the sit-down presentation. Okay, that has been a great process for me. So it's that four-step process. Now, that's not always going to happen with everybody. Sorry, this process is not going to happen like this with everybody. Okay, this is a four-step process to get to that face-to-face. This is more so for somebody that is either very busy or you just met with them, they're like a cold market prospect. Or if you just want this to be an easy step process, then do it with that person, okay? Now, if it's somebody that's closer to you and you can ask them, hey, I've got something, I'm really excited about. I'd love to run this idea past you. When can you get together? That is the invite straight to the face-to-face presentation. Remember what I said, the faster you get the face-to-face, the faster your business will build. So if you can go for that, then I encourage you to go for that first. That's a very simple invite. I've got an idea. I want to run it past you. When can you get together? Okay. And then give them some options. Can you get together at 2 p.m. or with 6 p.m. work better for you? All right. So just keep that in mind. The faster you can get to face-to-face, the faster it'll work for you. Now, as far as goals for this year, what are your goals for this year? I'd love to hear from you guys. My goal is I want to create 5 Pro 5s by the end of this year. And I'm going to do that by helping at least 5 of you to get to Pro 3 by the middle of the year, okay? And then I'm going to help you to help your 5 people, right, rank up to Pro 3, which will make you a Pro 5 by the end of the year, okay? So what I learned to you guys recently at the last Elite Academy was that the average amount of Pro 3s that the Pro 7s had was 22 Pro 3s. So that's that's several Pro 5s and lots of Pro 3s below them. So what are your goals? I'd love to hear what your goals are in the group chat, or you can just private text them to me. I'd love to hear what your goals are. When do you want to hit Pro 3? If you want to hit Pro 3 this month, then let's go for it. It's definitely doable. It's definitely possible. If you want to hit a back wall of, I'm going to hit Pro 3 at least by July, which is the next Elite Academy, the 10-year anniversary for LifeVantage. By the way, register for the next Elite Academy and register for LifeVantage Academy if you haven't done that yet. But if you want to hit Pro 3 by this month, let's do it. If you want to hit a back wall of I'm at least going to hit Pro 3 by Elite Academy, then let's do it, because I want to help you to create a life of freedom. And if you want to be one of those Pro 5s that are created by the end of this year, then let me know. I want to know what your goals are, and I want to help you to reach them. So guys, I really appreciate you joining in live on this call. And also I appreciate you guys watching on the replay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I hope that you had a great, I hope that you got some value from this. All right. I hope that you took some notes. If you didn't, go back and take some notes. Don't trust your fortune to your memory. So I love you guys. My name is David, and thanks for joining this week's edition of the weekly Team Elite Weekly Call. I'll see you guys on the next deal. Okay, bye now.